Good morning. Just 2 days ago, on Friday, the German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, called Putin. Yeah, he gave him a call and he wanted to talk about peace in Ukraine. What happened? No, before that, nobody talked about peace. Peace is bad. You're talking about peace, you are helping Putin, the fascist, right? War is good, because then you're fighting Putin, the fascist, right? No, nobody thought about talking to Putin. You're a Putin lover, aren't you? If you talk to Putin, just talking to him is bad. And now this guy, this clown, Olaf Scholz, called him on Friday. So what happened? This was 2 days ago. He called him. What happened? We have to think about this one, right? Was there a change here somewhere? Maybe somebody new is coming in, maybe. Joe Biden is gone. Kamala is gone. And Trump is there. Trump was elected. And I thought maybe it's like this. They say, all right, so now Trump is coming in. He will create peace here. We can't let him do it, right? Well, it's going to happen anyway. We can't let him take credit for it. So they talk, these guys, these idiots, they talk, right? And say, oh, we should call Putin. You do it. And they said it to Scholz, right, the German Chancellor. You can call Putin, right? So let's do it. And he did it. That's what I think happened. Right. Now, I also have a question for you. Now, honestly, did you ever stand up for anyone? Really stand up for them, I'm not talking about doing them a favor or something, right? Just really standing up for them. Somebody that you liked. Now, I thought about this. And this other question. Do you know anybody who really stood up for you? And if it happened, how did it make you feel? No? Now, I was thinking, I remembered this thing. I was at a dinner a long time ago, right? And I had a good friend who wasn't there. He was supposed to be at the dinner, but he wasn't, right? So I was sitting there at the dinner, and then there was another friend of mine sitting next to me. And he was also a good friend of this guy. You see, we knew him very well, both of us. And then there was a lady sitting in front of me. And she started talking about this guy, this friend of mine who wasn't there. Was supposed to be there, but he wasn't. Right? She started to talk about him. And she was bad-mouthing him, right? Terrible lady, by the way. I didn't know at the time how bad this lady was, but I learned. Right? And then I looked at my friend sitting next to me, and I was sort of expecting him to say something. Right? But you know what? This friend of mine, he started to agree with her. And he said, no, there's some issues with this guy, And I couldn't believe it. I was so disappointed. So I started to talk. So I blasted this lady in front of me and said, you're sitting there, bad-mouthing my friend. And he's not even here to defend himself. And you're sitting there crapping on him, right? So I really stood up for my friend. And it was, what happened later was like this lady, she hated me. From that moment, she hated me, right? And I didn't care, of course. I mean, she was just awful, this lady. And that friend of mine sitting next to me, we lost touch because I didn't like him after this, because he didn't stand up for his friend. And the friend, my friend, who wasn't there, we were quite close before this happened. But after this, I never told him about this, by the way. But after this, we became very, very good friends. See. So I was thinking about this. No, people who stand up for you, you don't forget it, do you? Because that's so special, isn't it? Again, I'm not talking about being good or doing favors. No, really standing up for them when it matters, right? And yeah, so that's what I was thinking of. So that was my question. Do you stand up for your friends? Do you? I think this is important, right? To take the crap for standing up for others, if you really like them, right? You will get crap. I know this, of course. On my videos, I sometimes say I like this person, I like this guy. And I always get attacked when I say something like this. Always. I don't care about it. People shouldn't care about what other people think of them. What matters is what is right. Just a thought, all right? So anyway, this thing with the German Chancellor, this was pretty funny, wasn't it? I think so. He called Putin now, wants to talk about peace. I bet you Putin is laughing right now, watching what's happening. I bet you. I think he's having a good time, Putin. He knows what happened in Ukraine, of course he does. You know, just looking back now on these past few years, how the West treated Russia, it was despicable. Despicable. Zelensky is not happy. I saw this in the article. He heard that Scholz called Putin. No, this wasn't good. Things are changing. All right. Be good.